Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to introduce you to a very special Porsche, namely the Porsche 911 Rally. In 1984, this Porsche was part of the Rallye-Dakar and I think it finished 6th overall, then in the overall standings, which is not so bad. And here we now have the corresponding vehicle from Hot Wheels, unfortunately not with the original printing. The original had a Rotmans, or is also known as Porsche Rotmans. That was a cigarette brand at the time, and this car, as you can see, is from the Hot Wheels Series Turbo 2024. And the car, as I said, had a Rotmans paint job at that time. It was a cigarette brand at that time. And instead of Rotmans, you can see quite nicely here, we also have a lettering taken with the letterer in front and also with Rough Roads 953. Which stands for the Porsche designation. So the Porsche 911 Rally at that time had a name. It was called the Porsche 953 at the time, as Porsche 953 denoted, but that was a 911 that had taken part in the Dakar Rally, so to speak. And then the designation of the 911 Rally car was 953 at the time. That's why it has printed the 953 on the card here. Has had a 4-wheel drive, a 4x4 drive, has 330 horsepower, 6-cylinder engine. These are the data for the vehicle and I wanted to introduce it to you here quickly, because I just got it in here. Looks very cool, of course, as I said. Then watch the original. The original really looks exactly the same, except for the lettering. The sponsor lettering is just defined differently, with Rotmans, and the number at that time was 176, the starting number of the Porsche. The rims are also relatively good compared to the original, I think, because the original rims were also white. I think Hot Wheels has done that very well. As I said, it's a shame that there is no real lettering on it, probably because it's a cigarette brand. Of course, it won't fit, because Hot Wheels is also how do you say, intended for children, let's say, as a children's toy. That's why it wouldn't be so nice if there was of course a lettering for a cigarette company on it. But otherwise quite cool here. 5 out of 5 on the Hot Wheels Turbo Series from 2024. A very successful vehicle, in my opinion. Looks very similar to the original. Definitely belongs in every good Hot Wheels or Porsche collection. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to write in it again. Until next time.
Ciao.